And we're live!
We're back.
Welcome to the Underdog Journey. I'm Wes. This is David.
Did you see my hands?
Yeah, all they see are our faces and our hands. It's like we're blue screened in, which I totally suggested we did. We do.
I'm in a German beer house wearing camouflage. I'm doing the chicken dance. This is all there is to it.
So
you come here on a random night, I could be up on the tables doing this, and you don't want to miss that.
So explain, and he wouldn't be wearing camo. He just does that for fun. So
I'll
explain why we're wearing camo tonight. What's going on here?
Well, I just thought it'd be good to support those people that like camouflage.
That's a fair thought. You're a good man, David Leffingwell.
Or the truth, we lost a bet.
We lost a bet. We lost a fishing competition and a bet.
Yes, but it was worth it.
Yep. So
it was worth it. I will go lose. Actually, I'd lose to Shannon every day.
Right. So
first of all, he's an awesome guy.
So this guy got us involved in a fishing competition with a guy who runs a fishing and hunting channel on YouTube, Real Life Outdoors, Shannon Black. So this is what he does all day, every day. And for some reason you thought that we could beat him.
I wasn't going to challenge an accountant. What's the fun in that?
No, you challenged the hunting and fishing guy to Excel spreadsheets, not to hunting and fishing.
They forfeit out the game. After the tournament, after it was pretty well in the books, there was no winning, which was about 30 seconds after it started.
Yeah.
But I told him, it was like, the next challenge is going to be spreadsheet data analytics. They said, I give up.
Yeah. So.
I touched the cable. I should have done that.
So the best part about this competition, though, wasn't us looking like fools. It was the fact that we also raised money for Easterseals of Central and Southeast Ohio, and we raised some good money. I think in total it was all together it was like $4,500.
Yeah, somewhere
$4,500 around there. So pretty good money. But that's a great organization. And actually, we have somebody from Easterseals with us today. This is Ashley Democko. One second, let me bring her up here.
Pick some buttons, do some stuff.
It's one of these. Nope, that's not the right one. Nope, that's not the right one. There we go, Ashley.
But we'll get to everybody. We see your comments we're going to talk with Ashley first, and then we're going to come back to it after that. We'll definitely delve into some of the comments here because they're going to be fun.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So Ashley, thanks a lot for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So what did you think of the fishing competition?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I have never been to a fishing tournament, and I had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
Neither did we. It's okay.
I was a little afraid going into it, but I was completely blown away with how well everything was put together,
Yeah.
and the community of people coming together to support us. I mean, it almost brought me to tears. Like, it was just amazing to see everyone coming together to help support our cause.
It was amazing. There was a really good turnout.
Yeah, it shocked.
It was.
Yeah, David said there were like over 100 people.
30 people.
There was at one time 103 people on site.
And that's just when you were counting. There
I
could've
believe it.
People were coming and going all day. They ran out of parking. They were down on the street down below.
Yeah, they almost. I mean, we're kind of a big deal, right? We're two of the main groups in this thing, and they almost had to have us park down low and hurry us up to the lake. It was that busy, but that all goes.
Well, you should have came with us. We got VIP parking.
Oh, see.
Well, they ended up letting us park up there. And it was a great time. But that's all goes to Buddy's Pay Lake, who did most of that labor to get it done, and the food they provided, the drinks they provided. I know you guys had provided some beverages as well, and all of that. It was actually true charity, as opposed to, and we've talked about this the whole time,
Right.
About a lot of people who do charity and they say the proceeds go to. No, what we did was we just donated all of the goods, all of the products, and all of the services that we had that day were donated. So 100% of everything went to the Easterseals.
So let me ask you, Ashley, when somebody donates money to Easterseals, what does that money go to? What do you guys spend that money on?
So actually, 86.3% of every dollar that is donated to us goes directly into our programs and services for people with disabilities. Mm-hmm. So we just funnel it right into our program.
That's awesome. So tell us about Easterseals. Like, for people who aren't familiar with the organization, what do you guys do?
Sure. So we are a nonprofit organization who is committed to serving children and adults who are living with disabilities. Mm-hmm. We serve 29 counties right here in Central and Southeast Ohio. We have 4 different offices. We have one in Hilliard, Knox, Ross, Lawrence, and Scioto.
Okay.
That's awesome. So how many people roughly do you guys think you help? How many people with special needs are on your roster?
Sure. So we have a lot of programs, whether it's early intervention program for our kiddos or adult day services for our adults.
Yeah.
Between all the different programs we have, last year alone, we served over 1,300 individuals.
Wow, that's awesome. So, so Daryl was our partner that you guys brought into us. He was awesome. Daryl was.
You have the picture? Can we throw the picture up real quick?
Yeah, hang on. Let me pull that up here.
We have a picture of us with Daryl, and Daryl rocking the Underdog Journey. So there we go. Daryl rocking the Underdog Journey shirt.
There we go.
That was our
seaside shanty.
He was your secret weapon.
Yes, he was.
Oh boy.
And he failed dismally.
And he was hitting on David's sister all day. By the end they were holding hands. They had their wedding plans.
That part of the story.
Oh my goodness.
That part of the story is actually very true. He did spend his whole entire day hitting on my adopted sister. And,
go Daryl!
By the end of it, he was holding her hands and they were talking about marriage. It was a heck of a good afternoon. We had a blast with him, and he was a champ. He didn't want to give up, and you could look at by the end of the day, you look at somebody and you go,
right,
they're done.
He was exhausted by the end.
Was done. His goose was thoroughly cooked. and he did not want to give it up. He was like, nope, I'm staying to the end.
But we were, in his defense though, we all were exhausted. That was a long day of not catching any
Yeah.
fish.
It was a long day of sitting there watching bobbers.
At least the weather was beautiful. We couldn't have had a better day for the tournament.
It was
Yes.
really great. So after actually we'll talk about that in a little bit of detail, but after the event, we all, we ran, got cleaned up, and then we met Shannon and Phillip out for some dinner and talked it over, and we are actually already planning to do this again next year.
Yes, we have big plans for next year. So
Good. We can't wait.
we want to make it twice as big. So first of all, the raffle that we had a lot of really good items. I mean, was it Lowe's that donated the wood splitter?
It was a $1,300 plus.
I got an Apple Watch out of it. Like, it was a really good raffle.
So if
Nice.
anybody remembers that I was donating an Apple Watch to it, you guys want to take a random stab in the dark at who won that?
I promise I didn't cheat. I promise I didn't cheat. I actually bought raffle tickets.
What was crazy was, Buddy's Pay Lake and Glenn and his wife especially, just went amazingly above and beyond.
They really
And
did.
they ran so much of the stuff that we didn't have. Normally when Wes and I are involved in stuff, we have to manage all these little moving parts. And
We didn't have to do anything.
They took so much of it under their own steam,
Yeah.
and we didn't have to worry about it. All we had to do was show up and not fish.
Yeah, it was amazing. Michael Ann, my partner who came with me to the event, we said we are not used to doing nothing at an event.
Yeah.
We kept trying to help out, and they were like, no, sit back and relax. We're doing this for you. I said, oh my goodness, you guys are awesome.
I mean, yeah, they did wonderful things.
They
But,
were amazing.
We all did it for the Easterseals, which you guys do wonderful things. And as I understand, you guys are getting ready to build a park. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, down in Lawrence County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's in the works right now, and that's where the money that you guys helped us raise is going to start doing that. And our CEO is currently just kind of in the works with that.
So, I'm of the understanding that you guys are going to put an Underdog Journey plaque on this park, and in the restroom, right above the toilet, you're going to have Shannon Black's plaque. Is that correct?
Anything for you guys.
Thank you.
Well, we came in number 2, so I don't want to say what's more appropriate. I'm just going to say we came in number 2. Shannon had to pop up and say you wish.
We wish. Look, Shannon, I still call shenanigans on your 2 fish.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get there. I call shenanigans though, Shannon.
We got Ashley. So Ashley, can you tell us what things you guys have upcoming this year that other people can get involved, donate, how they can help out the organization that is helping out the communities where we all live. I mean, she's associated. They're in Hilliard. That's in Lawrence County. So we're talking all the way down Route 23, and then all the way over to Huntington, West Virginia, basically. You guys have a footprint there to help people in like we held this event in Lawrence County, and it helped people in Lawrence County. So tell us what you guys
the money you raise is going to stay right in Lawrence County, help with the park. And we actually, it's a really exciting time for us. We have a lot of things going on that people could buy or, donate to us. Right now, we actually have a wine raffle going on until June 15th.
My wife's
The winner gets a case of wine for an entire year delivered right to their door, custom made for them.
Is this every day, every week,
just once a month.
Oh, once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month case of wine. All right. Sounds like definitely something.
Yeah, you get a case of wine per month. So if you want to help support our organization, buying a ticket for the wine raffle is a great idea. We actually have a couple kits going on too. We have a travel kit that we created for those backseat drivers on a long car ride. So those you can purchase on our website. We also have a relaxation kit. 2020 was a stressful year for all of us, so we kind of curated a box that would help you relax and just, de-stress.
West gives a mean back rub.
It's true. You can raffle that off.
Maybe we can raffle you off. We also have an event coming up in August called Bourbon and Barbecue. It's going to be a bourbon tasting over at Heritage Country Club in Hilliard. So any bourbon drinkers out there who want to come to
now
this
you have our attention.
Now you got our attention.
You have our attention.
Not only I will do bourbon, but Heritage is gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can get any of these tickets or find more information on our website. It's just Eastersealscentralohio.org.
Okay, we're going to get that typed in.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Can we put that on a sting?
Well, we're also showing your the raffles on your Facebook page right now too. So we got that.
Yes.
We will
great.
post some links to your stuff, and yeah, everybody enter this. The only relaxation box I need is some of that bourbon and maybe some of the wine too.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate you helping to spread the word for us, because what you guys have done for us has been absolutely amazing, and we are forever in your debt.
You know what? As much as I want to say thank you just directly from us, and we do, you guys are thank you very much for that. You're very much welcome. We could not have done this without Shannon Black, the Real Life Outdoors group over there, and definitely could not have done it without Buddy's Payment. So let's not. I know we're on our channel right now. We're doing Underdog Journey, but I definitely want to make sure that everybody knows there's absolutely no way that we could pull this off without those two other groups of people.
Yeah. Glenn Chapman at Buddy's Pay Lake. I can never thank him enough. And Shannon Black and his crew. I mean, did so much. But
yeah.
Ashley, thank you a lot for joining us. It was amazing meeting you and dealing with your team. And we'll be in touch, because next year is going to be crazy. We're going to do it really big next year.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. And I just want to give a quick thank you to Shannon Black and Glenn at Buddy's Pay Lake as well, because we appreciate what you did for us so much. So thank you.
Absolutely. And maybe Shannon can get some fishing lessons between now and then, and he can step up his game a little bit.
Next year he won't have to cheat to win.
All right, Ashley, we'll thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, and we will talk to you soon.
Yes.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. For the time being, I'm going to have you take over, do some chit-chat. I'm going to jump down and grab the other cable.
Yeah, something's wrong with his mic here. I apologize.
All right? We're going to move that down.
Yep, something's wrong with David's mic. So, not really sure what's going on. Apparently people couldn't hear him. There's a lot of weird crackling going on over here. And so it's just me. So enjoy yourselves for a lot of this. A whole lot of babble about absolutely nothing. But no, I call shenanigans on Shannon's two fish. Shannon, look, the first fish you caught, we barely got there, and our fish weren't our poles weren't in the water. I'm not sure that counts. And the second time, there was actually an emergency situation on the other side of the pond, and we had to pull our poles out of the water so the bed could get by. And so I don't think that fish should count either. And by the way, David, he says it's okay. He doesn't need to hear you.
That's okay.
But if there's anybody local here in Central Ohio, come down to Hofbräu House because starting today they have their barrel-aged Doppelbock in crowlers. You can't get it on tap, we found out, but it is in crowlers. So come on down, join us. We actually have a little bit of a live studio audience here with us, and excuses don't look good on you. But camo does, Shannon, right? Excuses don't look good on me, but camo does. So again, for everybody watching, the stuntfish, we're getting grief from our live studio audience. You couldn't find the cable? Well, we're going to wait for that crackle to... You can stop. Okay, there we go.
I want to curl this.
Yeah, we're going to start...
Special secret curl that helps. Can everybody hear me now? Because I know that's why you guys
Well,
did it.
I see...
We have good mix?
Well, hang on. I'm talking now. You talk.
Check.
We're just going to turn you up a little bit.
Un momento, sí, por favor, señores and señoritas. What are you doing to me?
No, look. Okay, go ahead.
Hello. Holy moly. See, I got great feedback here, but it's not coming off my board. Swing low.
They say still low, which is very strange. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Sweet chair.
I think we're going to have to get David a new mic. A new mic cable.
Well, my mic cable's coming through fine.
Yeah.
Something else. There's something else afoot here.
Very strange.
Something else is afoot.
Yeah, we will have to do some testing. Hang on, I think I've got it figured out maybe.
What have you done?
Check. Hey, well, you look there.
It's called user error. It's called user error.
You guys have never seen us do a user error here before, have you?
We never have that.
Never.
No, true professionals at all times.
At all times. Where are we at? What are we doing?
Now everybody can definitely
Wait,
hear you.
have we done our excuses for the fishing tournament?
Yes.
Oh. I was hoping to be here for that one.
Yeah, well, we can go through
Both
that
of those fish are shenanigan fish.
It's true, Shannon.
Look. Actually, the second fish was shenanigan fish. The first, what's funny is the first fish they caught, our fishing poles weren't even in the water yet, and
That's
one
what I
of
said.
their teammates
That's what I
was
said.
over trying to help us out.
Look, so Philip Black, Shannon's partner, came over and was trying to correct some stuff on our poles. And I have a feeling he screwed mine up. Because notice mine kept
That's what it was.
he fixed the sinker on my pole.
Yes.
And for some reason it's just sitting in the water. and
Before
it
the
gets all
sinker
tangled
was
up.
floating, and then after the sinker was synced right, it sunk.
So look. We can argue with Terry on the second fish.
Terry was on the second fish. That's the one where there was the medical emergency. So I'm going to watch it away. But guess what? The first fish, one of their teammates was over trying to help us get ready, and they caught the first fish. So there's really, they still.
So he didn't
work.
He didn't go along with me on the stunt fish I wanted to get.
Yeah, we were going to get. He was like, "Hey, we can get some lobsters
Get a lobster.
and some, maybe a sailfish.
Get like a mahi.
Just throw it out there in the water. Hey, look what I caught." Yeah,
you almost
I
had
did go
that.
away.
And
Yeah.
but it was a fun time. So
It was great.
Shannon,
I can't wait to do it again.
Thanks a lot for that. And
Yeah.
Glenn, if you're on here, thanks a lot.
Yeah. So we got to talk about a little bit of business.
A little bit of business.
A little bit of business tonight. I want everybody, and this is sound financial advice after what we just went through, okay? Sell all of your Dogecoin, sell all of your Bitcoins, sell off every stock you own, liquidate your 401k, your IRAs, get rid of all of it, and dump your money into camouflage.
So yes, because apparently that's a great investment.
Many Christmas-
Camouflage is Shannon. Shannon, you never told us camouflage was so expensive. I could have spent less money on a suit and
Yes,
tie.
I could have. So we ended up with these shirts because the reason we ended up with these T-shirts is because it's the only thing we could find there that literally wouldn't roast our chestnuts.
Yes. So again, everybody who's just not tuning in, part of the bet was if we lost the fishing competition, we had to do our podcast in camo.
Yes.
If Shannon would have lost, he would have had to do a hunting and fishing video in a suit and tie.
Yes.
But camo, first of all, yeah, almost all the camo we saw was like ultra winter gear
Oh, yeah.
for like sub-zero temperatures.
like, dear
There's
Lord.
apparently no summertime camo.
I need some camouflage gear for doing a podcast in a air-conditioned German beer house. I don't need camouflage to go hunt polar bears in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, why is there no summertime
There's
camo?
no spring.
Maybe that's a product
Yeah.
line for somebody who wants to start a business.
Yeah,
Summertime camo.
Camo for the everyday man.
The everyday
Camo for the podcaster.
camo for the people. We need
Camo for the
average
people. I
guy
like it.
camo, right? And that's what we call a business.
No, so we're sitting there, we're
The CFP,
we are
camo for the people.
CFP. So we're walking around this place. We're squeezing on everything. It's like, gee, many Christmas. This stuff is, it weighs 40 pounds.
Freezing, yes.
And it is going to roast us. We're just sweating. I'm going to take it in 5 gallons of beer just to, be able to sweat it out.
Well,
and then we're like, all right, well, here's one. This is a little lighter weight. How much is that? Oh, gee, many Christmas.
yeah, we go to the clearance rack, and clearance for a camo shirt is like $99.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
look.
Holy moly. So here's what you got to do. In order to be able to afford camo, you got to liquidate all your other assets
Exactly.
and buy into a camo company.
Holy moly.
Or start a camo company because, gee, it took me by surprise. Now, I expected it to be a little bit pricey.
Yeah.
Because I do, my clothes come typically from Duluth. I love the Duluth. It's
I like
real
the
heavy
commercials.
duty.
They have good
the commercials are
advertising.
kind of funny. But they got real good quality products, and I will pay the extra money for that good
Sure.
quality products. You got to be kidding me! I'm walking in like, all right, $90 for a pair of pants, no big deal. And then walk in and like, oh, this jeans, oh, this one's $2.99.
Yeah, honestly.
On the clearance rack.
Jeez. They were.
It didn't help that I'm, stupid, ridiculously fat, but
well,
just
no,
the way
look.
it is.
Well, look, and this brings up one of my complaints, which I run into a lot. You can't find normal guy sizes on clothes, especially camo. I go in and I saw a bunch of smalls. I saw two T-shirts that were mediums, and everything else was like, like they had like up to like 8X.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who's buying this?
Some big guy, I wouldn't piss him off.
Yeah, don't upset the hunters because man, holy
They're
moly,
big boys. Well, it's I don't know necessarily that they're big or just that they look big because they got these things that weigh 109 pounds on them.
So one thing I tried to convince them to do is we would just wear blue, and we'd blue screen ourselves.
Yeah.
And have camo.
So we could
or just
move.
or we would just have like the background as the blue screen, and like we're wearing camo, you just can't see it. That's the point of camo.
Yeah. So we would
we were
do
very
that
close.
is just put on a blue or a green shirt and set your background as camo, and then as we moved, the camo would just we would move, but the background would actually change, so it would look real weird. Somebody might catch on, maybe not,
I think somebody might have caught on. I think somebody might have caught on.
They're big to go over clothes. That must be how
that
much
actually
of a
makes
delay.
kind of sense. Yeah, there's a delay. I'm not sure what the delay is.
Yeah, it must be a bit of a delay here because we're you guys are commenting now, so on things we said like 7 minutes ago. Get with the times. All right.
Sorry
so
about the delay.
Where are we at?
Oh, it is.
There's been
a
I
lot
just
of
had
stuff
to give
going
that
on.
financial advice.
Yeah, geez. But it was a fun time. So we got there, and apparently people had been there since like 8 o'clock in the morning or something.
Oh my Lord, yes. We pulled up, and
Like-
I was worried
Well, yeah.
about what kind of showing we were going to have there. And when we get there, and they're literally offering to curry us up the hill because the place is packed already. And there
Right.
was at one point, because I went around the lake and was literally counted all the people, and there was 103 people there at one time. Now, if anybody's been up there, it's not a huge place. And to get 103 people, we were crashed in pretty good
Yeah.
in certain areas there.
But yeah, I was worried too
it was
because
pretty
I heard about all the raffle items, and I'm like, what if there's too many raffle items, not enough people to even buy them?
Yeah.
But
some
that
guy
was not a
walked out
problem.
of here with 5 of the raffle items, but nope, that was not an issue.
That was not a problem.
Was not.
So, everybody listening, we are going to start recruiting people to help us with next year. This is going to be an annual thing, and I actually own a fishing pole now, so I can go out and practice.
Yes. We got to tell them about that too.
So I didn't even own a fishing pole. We bought my fishing pole the day before the competition, and
Yes.
we went out with like 10 minutes to spare that evening. And we're
yes.
like, all right, we got to test.
And
we don't have fishing licenses.
Yeah, so we didn't have fishing licenses, so we didn't put hooks on our lines just in case the game warden came by and be like, dude, we're not fishing, we're just bobbering, man.
Right,
We're
exactly.
casting. And I was throwing a bait caster, which for those of you guys who don't know, you won't know. For you guys who do know, you understand. I haven't thrown that thing in 5 years at least, probably much more than that. And, you mess up on it, and it is a rat's nest instantly.
All the line gets
the
tangled
line
up.
gets tangled up like crazy.
Yeah.
Real easy to make a mistake. I don't know whoever invented this was a genius because we keep buying the darn things. And you can really get a whip on that thing.
Yeah.
But if you mess up the cast, and it doesn't have to be much of a mess up. One little slip, and I did it a
mean like
couple
the
times.
casts I was doing that day?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Some of them were good. So
I had some good ones.
We're still hunting down to get the drone footage because my boy who charged everything did not put the SD card back into the drone.
Sure, blame somebody who's not here.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's probably watching.
Hoping you don't bring him up.
Yeah, hoping I don't bring him up. But I did. But I'm trying to get the drone footage to see if any of it got stored on the machine or if it's hidden somewhere on my phone, which it should have been because it said it was recording, so I don't know where the files are.
I hope you get that drone footage because you
was
got
really-
some cool shots.
Yeah, it was some pretty good shots
you got
on
some
that.
cool shots.
And I got up there, man. I took that thing up probably about 200,
Yeah.
210 feet or so, and just did a quick look, whirly bird around, and was looking. man, it's beautiful down there.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's beautiful.
The shots
down
you were
there.
getting from 200 feet up in the air,
Yeah.
it looked great.
It was amazing. It was good.
I mean, I was half expecting to see that drone just fall out of the sky right in the middle of the lake.
They don't do that. I mean, I actually had quite a number of people go, "Hey, man, you worried about the thing falling in the lake?" No, not at all.
Yeah.
What's it going to hit?
Well, I heard a couple people comment, we hunt those out here.
Drones. That's all right. How about
Well-
the cheap ones? They're only $400 a piece.
Well, I've heard people mention that about when Amazon starts using drones for delivery.
Yeah.
They call it skeet shooting with prizes.
Yeah, the problem with that is that's the apple strudel. Sure, we'll show
It
it.
looks pretty good.
We're going to show you guys the apple strudel, which is actually one of the desserts that we actually have not shown you guys on the podcast as of yet.
That looks pretty
This
darn good.
is
That's
the
a
apple
work of art.
strudel. So you'll see it's got the same cream sauces as a couple of the other desserts with the decorations in it. But look at that strudel.
That looks amazing.
Look at the strudel. Look at it.
Look at this strudel.
Yes.
Look at this strudel.
My
There we
best
go.
friend
We're
let me
gonna-
watch it. I want him to see my face.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Matt Harmon, you're famous. You're famous now.
You're famous. You should have been wearing camo.
So everybody, come down to the Hofbräu House in Columbus and try some of this amazing food they have here. It's
Yeah.
really good. And by the way, if you're not into German food, the burgers here are also amazing.
Yeah, the burgers here, they will surprise you.
Yes, and potato pancakes. If you haven't had a potato pancake, you're crazy. You got to get one.
Yeah.
They will change your
You know
life.
what? You don't have to order anything else. Just come down here and get the potato pancakes with a side of applesauce.
Matt, my current wife, says hi.
He can't hear you.
He can't hear me. So Shannon Black.
His current wife says hi.
Oh, okay. I'll text her in a sec.
There you go. So Shannon Black says, I wish someone would have caught West casting straight down. And look, Shannon, just because you asked for it, I think we might have it. I'm pretty sure David's mom got a really good video.
We got a couple good ones because there was one time he was getting ready to cast and I got everybody's attention.
You made sure everybody looked.
to be watching. And ladies and gentlemen, he did not disappoint.
I never do. I don't know.
Is she waving at us? Are they waving? Oh, they're
She's
waving
waving
at
it.
Okay.
They're far more important than us.
Not a chance.
Look, I got a couple good casts out there. I got a couple good ones.
What was crazy was after everybody stopped, laughing.
When people
and
weren't looking?
When everybody stopped laughing on that exact one, when everybody stopped laughing and kind of, whoa, whatever, his next cast was like, bam, Orlando Wilson, boom, right where he wanted to be.
I had a 50-50 ratio of good to bad, so I will call that a win. For a guy who hasn't fished in 20 years, I'll call that a win. Now, had I actually caught something,
I'd have called that a win.
but in our defense, Shannon's fishing buddy, Philip Black, also didn't get a nibble all day.
Yes.
Nothing. So it wasn't just us.
He's on team no fish with us.
It wasn't just us.
So we actually have a video. Are you able to show it?
So Laura Lyons Black, thanks, Mom. She told me to call her mom this
Oh,
time.
okay.
She's my mom now. Maybe my actual mom's not watching.
You had a frowny face here in
And
a
some
little
good
bit.
ones of him almost kissing the fish. I don't have the videos queued up.
Oh, okay.
I said I was going to, but I don't have them queued up.
We've got a picture of him holding a fish that somebody else caught. And
I don't know who caught it.
He's like, it's croaking at me.
It was making sounds like. I
So
didn't know
what
fish did
do
that.
we do? We recorded right up to it so that we can overlay our voices. This is I'm Wes. This is Dave, and we're the Underdog Journey. So we're gonna toy with it and get it out there. But unfortunately, man, everybody knows that we live some busy lives.
Can I get the Schwartz beer, please?
May the Schwartz be with you.
Do you need another?
I've got a.
I think that's a yes. I think that's a. When he doesn't finish his sentence, that's definitely a yes. There you go.
Yes.
Like a true professional.
Hefeweizen.
True professional. And Jeff Leffingwell said, Schwartz beer, please.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Yeah, honestly, how can Spaceballs not be a thing when you have the Schwartz beer?
Well, they actually released the Schwartz beer on the 4th, on May the 4th.
Nice.
In honor of where everybody else was doing May the Force be with you comments. They did a
the
Spaceballs.
Schwartz be with you.
They did a Spaceballs sting on it.
Nice.
And put it up and used May the Schwartz be with you.
That's perfect. And back to that, I don't think we mentioned this on the podcast yet. When you were in Texas,
Texas.
The best beer you could find was Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Lone Star. Lone Star.
Oh, dude, that was spot on.
Lone. I wish I could quote that movie as well as my wife. But look, as well as my current wife.
Kirsten, we need some lines to feed him here so we can get more. We can get more Dark Helmet quotes out here.
She can quote every line of that movie. It's ridiculous. But my point is how do they not have Bill Pullman
as their spokesman?
Dressed as Lone Star.
I get it.
It writes itself.
Well, what's hilarious?
What else is he doing? No offense,
he's
Bill,
dressed
if you're
as
watching
Lone
this.
Star. Well, it's dressed as Lone Star, but Lone Star's dressed as Indiana Jones. Because in the contract it was he wasn't allowed to dress like Han Solo.
I didn't put that together.
So Mel Brooks dressed him as Indiana Jones.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Look at the pictures and then look at Indiana Jones pictures and you're like, oh.
I think.
All right, I get it.
That actually makes sense. I can see that.
So see, Jeff here says, wait, put a comment up and I can put my finger thing up. There it is. Jeff says, some days the fish just don't bite.
And that's true. We weren't the only ones having that problem.
All right. So for all you fishermen out there, you're going to love this one.
I don't
It's your
don't
bait.
know where he's going with this.
It's your damn bait.
Hey, no, you can't blame my bait. I used all of them at the same time.
He did. I'm telling you. He started with one piece of bait. I don't remember what it was. We cast out there. We didn't catch anything. So he put more bait on, a different bait, and it literally left the old bait on, and he just kept putting more bait. It was a freaking golden corral for a catfish.
Well, look, if the catfish is attracted to one thing, how is something else on there going to distract that fish from being attracted to that one thing? Naturally, if you put them all on there, one of those things has to work. Right?
I want to talk about something serious right now.
Uh-oh. I don't know where
the
this is going
level of
either.
stink that is on catfish bait is out of control.
I don't know what's wrong with catfish. But something is
good.
seriously wrong with them.
It doesn't smell
Catfish
good.
bait is the worst smelling stuff. Look, and I used to own a cat. Catfish bait is the worst smelling stuff. Not that all cats stink, but if you have a cat, you know what I'm talking about sometimes. It's terrible.
I don't own a cat, but I know what catfish bait smells like now. Oof. And I honestly wish I did not.
The best thing we did that entire day was before we got there.
The smartest thing. Okay, this is that
was the smartest thing we did all day.
This actually deserves a little bit of buildup. We are not unintelligent folks.
Well, that's negotiable.
We are not generally unintelligible folks. Unintelligible.
Yeah. See, he's not really. You're not helping your argument.
Yeah, I'm not holding an argument at this point. I'm agreeing with everybody, but no. So as we're trying to prepare, like, what do we need? What do we need to grab? What do we need to take? We're looking at this and that and saying, all right, what do we want to get? There was one item that we picked up that, in my mind, saved the day.
Oh my gosh, disinfectant wet wipes.
Disinfectant wet wipes.
Because if we didn't have those, we would have been a mess.
Oh yeah,
that stuff. It got all over your hands.
Yeah,
and it smelled like just. Smartest thing was just conceding to win. See, I still call shenanigans on that, Shannon. Shenanigans.
Very intelligible.
Something like that. I'm sure I can work Shannon into shenanigans.
Oh, shenanigans.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going with that. That's the reason I couldn't.
Live bluegill. So this guy next to me, who was a catfish whisperer, actually that used to be my title.
Not talking about me.
No, the other guy.
The other guy.
The other guy. He said chop bait. I'm like, all right, sure, I'll try some chop bait. Well, apparently chop bait's just, another smaller fish cut in half. But I did get a hit on that.
Did it work?
Well, no, I didn't catch a fish. I said I got a hit. And I kept that chop bait on there. And so then we had this bottle of catfish blood goop. I don't know.
It was literally a squeeze bottle of blood. Literally a squeeze bottle of blood that he got at Walmart. So he's got his hook all baited up, right? And there's a lady standing kind of off in front of him.
There's an adorable little girl with her wearing an outfit that my wife would have just been oohed and awed over. And I didn't know it at the time. They also had a little tiny baby over there as well.
Yeah.
That after I found the baby was there, I thought for sure I was going to end up hooking it every time I was casting the pole. And I was really freaked out about it.
Yeah.
But Go ahead, because it's
So he's trying to drip a little bit of this literal blood in a squeeze bottle. I apologize for eating, onto his bait. And he's like, it's not coming out, it's getting stuck. So he squeezes it harder, a little harder. And this just, it's like a horror movie, the way it just squirts out of there.
It's out.
Oh my god.
Totes my
It was
arm.
like a scene from Django Unchained. Or like Kill Bill. It was just everywhere.
yes.
I mean, I could have swore it was going to get all over this lady's back.
it was that event was directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Can you imagine if you got that on her back and she smelled like that all day long?
Yeah.
Or if she got back in her car.
I'm sitting here like, I'm like, all right, what's going on? And I squeeze. I'm like, all right, screw this. And I really aim down on it. Boom.
It's like,
wow. That stuff comes flying out there everywhere.
and there is no way that would have come out of her clothes.
No.
She would have had to burn everything she was
I'm over
wearing.
there with our diaper wipes, basically going. Bleh.
It was so bad. It looked like a murder scene. On your arm.
It was.
so bad.
What was that? What's that psycho guy that kills the people on the TV with a show?
There's a few of those.
Yeah, a couple
There's
of them.
a
I
few
don't
of
watch
those
any
shows.
of them. Dexter.
I love that show.
That's
a great show.
I don't do anything like that, but that's what it was. Just it was not good.
Oh, so it was a fun day. So next year, we're going to at least double the funds raised,
Yes.
and preferably also the audience.
Yeah, I say we shoot for $10,000.
Let's do it.
If we know we can pull
Nice round
$4,500, there's no reason we can't put $10,000
Yep.
in the hands of the
Easterseals.
Easterseals. That again is going to stay and help the people in Lawrence County.
Right, and they don't just operate on Easter, and I didn't see a single seal there.
We didn't club any seals.
No,
There were no seals harmed in the filming of this video.
on Easter or otherwise.
There were no fish harmed on our end of the lake either. The fish were well fed on our end of the lake.
They weren't even trying to bite mine.
Yeah.
They weren't even trying.
No, they weren't. He didn't get, somebody lied to him, made him feel a little bit better. He goes, hey, your bobber was under for 30 seconds at
I don't
one
think he was
time."
lying. I don't think he was lying.
They were lying.
I think they were telling
Your
the
bobber
truth.
was under because your sinker got tied to it and dropped it.
I think the fish were attracted to all the different baits I had on my hook at one time. And they're like, this is amazing.
There was a little
It's like
catfish.
when you go to
there was a little
what's a buffet
catfish there
place? Is
with
Golden Corral a thing?
Yeah, Golden
It's like when you go to
Corral's
Golden Corral and you just pile everything on top of your plate. So you just got a mound of random foods on there, and you got like ice cream on the very top.
Yeah.
That was my hook.
They had that chocolate fountain. You can just take the whole thing out of the chocolate fountain.
They didn't like that stinky stuff.
Cheer.
Look,
So
that's true because somebody told us, Kevin from Good River,
okay.
who makes the fishing gear and the caps and everything. Go to seekgoodriver.com.
Okay.
And get their check out their apparel. But he told us hot dogs.
We should have taken hot dogs.
We should have taken hot dogs.
We were at the Walmarts there in the South Points, and we should have gotten them hot dogs.
We mentioned the hot dogs. We should have got the hot dogs.
Yeah, and we forgot chicken liver, and we're sitting there like, oh, crap, we've already checked out.
We don't want to go back in.
Well, I'm out of here.
Oh, sunscreen too, by the way.
Yes,
Another
that,
goodbye.
that was the
If
other.
you're out in the
that was-
sun, wear your sunscreen.
That was the other thing. That was the other great thing was the sunblock. So what was funny is I'm trying to stay in the back, because I'm like, these guys are gonna laugh at us. So bad.
So when the other guys like aren't paying attention, they're fishing. They're actually paying attention to what they're doing.
And
We're over there like rubbing down wet wipes, trying to like wash our hands. Nobody's looking. Like spraying sunscreen on our faces, hoping they don't see us.
Yes,
But our dermatologists love us.
yes, dermatologist approved, not cancer today.
The Underdog Journey. 4 out of 5 dermatologists approve.
Yes. When was the last time you seen the real life outdoors? I tell you to put sunblock on, huh?
That's true. Real life.
Carry sanitizing hand wipes. Dude, when that thing it blew up.
Aren't you glad you had those now? Otherwise, you would have been wiping that on your jeans.
That lady.
She got lucky.
No idea.
She didn't know either.
Lucky.
She didn't know.
She got. I mean, it was.
Because we both kind of stopped and looked at each other like, oh, I can't believe this happened.
Yeah. If anybody's ever seen the Boondock Saints and the cat scene, I can't believe that just happened. It
kind of looked like that
that's
too.
A good.
It
That's a
kinda looked
good
like that.
analogy of what happened. It was the cat scene from Boondock Saints. Boom. It was. And of
just
course
like that,
it
actually.
smelled just fantastic. It was like I wear
man.
Tommy Hilfiger, cologne. I don't wear it often, but that's the cologne that I have.
Sure.
And it just smells just like it. It's just like it. Could have been a knockoff.
Hence why I don't wear Tommy Hilfiger cologne.
That's. I'm being very facetious. It smelled terrible. So then there was that one bucket that my mom told us to get, and so we crack it up. And we're like, what in the world
You
is
open it up
this?
and it just whiffs. It just wafts towards you all day.
But my dumb butt doesn't just wait for it to waft up. I'm like, a couple other things that were like, well, this smelled bad. I'm like, well, wonder how bad this is. And you know what? It was the worst.
It was so bad.
Of all of them.
That stuff might have been the worst thing I've ever smelled. Ever.
I washed with shampoo the hair on my nose. After that event, it burnt.
Shampoo bottles
it burnt
up his nose.
like hell, but
so bad.
but I was.
I can picture you doing that. In the hotel room after the.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that story, by the way.
So
it's a whole day of frivolity
Yes.
going on here, apparently.
yeah, so we go in the we're at the hotel. We're just I had a couple of things we got to do. We get some crap, knocked the microphone over, and we're basically just getting showered up and cleaned up after the event. And I went and took a shower first, do my washing my nose hairs out, and every so often.
No, not even that.
Are we muted? What's going on here?
No, we're fine. We're not muted.
Something about Mike. Oh, some others. Okay.
No. So before we ever even get into the hotel room, when we go to check in.
I forgot about that.
You can't forget about that.
Oh, we can't forget about that. So all right, so two guys walk into a hotel, right?
When you walk into a nice hotel, when you walk into a Marriott, you don't go to check in and tell the person at the check-in desk, "Oh, we only need the room for an hour."
And that's exactly what I did. So I walked up to him. It's like, we only need it for about an hour. And his face just looked. He's like, click, 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 click.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, wait, it's not that kind of...
It's not that kind of hotel, Dave.
Not that kind of hotel room. No. So I had to correct that situation.
So, yeah, after we convinced the guy that that's not what was happening.
I still don't think he was convinced.
I don't think he was convinced anyway. He's like, all right, whatever. You guys enjoy your honeymoon.
You do what you got to do.
So, at my own home, I take the shower head and I turn it and I face it out. We got the tile and the glass and all that stuff. And I turn the shower head out, and my wife has learned to look and check.
So you're saying your wife is a lucky lady because this is what she has to put up with on a regular
all the
basis.
time. Yes, on a very, very regular basis.
Yeah.
So at the hotel, they've got this other, the head up here on the top, and they got this little handheld thing. So I'm sitting here doing the math on this stuff. I'm like, crap, I turned it around. So I rotate it towards the face and just straight out. And I'm like, crap, I don't. Is this on or off? So I turn the water on very low just so I can make sure that it's actually going to fire off when you go in there and turn the knob.
Yeah, because we needed showers before we go to dinner because we smelled like catfish bait. So we needed to clean up before we went.
So I go, and the only thing used was a shower. Oh, yes, that's about the size of a Shannon. So I'm sitting in there talking to the wife on the phone while you're in there doing your, nails and whatnot, and I hear the water kick off. And I take the phone away. I'm like, listening, and next thing I hear her, oh, shit! And I just start peeling.
Because I don't think about it. I'm like, you turn on the shower, and you wait for it to get the right temperature before you actually step in. I turn on the shower.
You got to pull that little thing
and it sprayed all the way across. It got all over the mirror. It got all over my clothes that were on the counter. Water got everywhere. So, thank you, David, for that.
And look at the great entertainment that people get from it.
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys were actually looking at business tonight, we've got a small segment at the end that's about business, and we're going to rehash a small thing from the past.
Yeah, this is not the business show you were looking for.
This is not the business show you're looking for. Actually, this is the business show you're looking for. All the other ones are not the business shows you're looking for.
I think our audience is looking for this.
Yes, and they're getting it tonight.
Oh, but it was a fun day. That was a fun day. And then we went to Peddlers down there. They had a really good beer.
They did. They had I judge Hefeweizens.
Well,
beers.
We're at the Hopper House, so you know your Hefeweizen.
So they brew it here, and I'm very judgmental on it. And I drank Well, first they brought me a kid's beer.
Which
this
is a pint.
Little glass.
A pint is a child size to him. It's not a
And-
full beer until it's a liter.
The only liters they had were boots.
The
So they're like,
boots,
you want a
'cause-
boot?
yeah.
I'm like, well, if that's what you got, bring me a boot. So I ended up having a pair of boots.
You had a couple boots, and you had a kid
you know,
size.
When we ordered the second one, you could just see him like, this guy messing with me.
They're
like,
not used to people
come on.
ordering grown-up size beers.
Yeah. I mean, peddlers. Your food was delicious.
You need bigger Stein. You
Just
need Steins.
get some 1 liter Stein, so I don't have to drink
Yes.
out of a boot. Because I know Beer Fest was, not really a true story. I mean, it's based loosely on my life, but they're not wrong.
Yeah,
If you
he
drink
was
it the
Farva.
wrong
He
way,
was Farva.
He's a Farva. If you drink it wrong, that bubble it'll do a flush out, and you end up wearing your beer. So you actually do have to rotate it and make sure you drink it right.
Or
If
you just don't drink it with the toast sticking straight up in the first
Well,
place.
no.
and then you're fine.
That's if you're drinking with the toast down. Then you got to lift it up, and it's all
You
kinds of
drink
problems.
Drink
So
toast
what you do
sideways.
is
Drink toast sideways.
Toast side. That'll work. But you look like a fool. I mean, who drinks with a toes sideways? I don't do that. Leave your toes sideways when you drink out of your shoe.
I don't want to be that guy in the bar. No, of course not.
No, you look like a complete fool.
Nobody wants to be the toast sideways guy.
But yeah,
joke
so
with
we
the
went
toe
there,
sideways.
and they had a Hefeweizen, and that's what I mean. I ended up drinking 2.1. I'm gonna count the little kid beer as a 1 of their Hefeweizen beer, and
It was good Hefeweizen.
It was good.
Yeah, it was tasty. And this is somebody coming from somebody who lives at the Hofbrauhaus.
Yeah, somebody who for now.
For now,
Yeah,
until you move, and then we're remote all the time.
Yeah, so that's actually coming up very soon in the
Yeah.
world of podcast.
You're moving in
and
June,
everything.
right?
July
July.
2nd. I close, and that weekend
You're
we're
moving
gone.
to New York.
Toe sideways, pinky in the air.
That's how we do, Shannon.
That's how we do it right here.
That's how we roll on the Underdog
Are we ready
Journey.
for some dead air? In
Oh,
3,
yeah, you need
2,
the-
1. I got the pinky up and go.
Yep. Shannon, that's how we roll on the Underdog Journey. Toe sideways, pinky in the air.
I think I might start doing all podcasts in this camo shirt.
It strangely suits you.
So, on that note,
On the note of ammo. Okay.
On that note, I was wearing another shirt earlier today,
Okay.
and just doing my stuff around the house, and then I was helping. I don't know what I did, but anyway, I came back in, and I was like, all right, about time for me to get ready. Camo.
Yeah.
Put the hat on. Walked back to the wife's office and said, hey, baby, how you doing? And she turned around and looked at me, and she's like, boy, am I glad you didn't wear that when we met. We wouldn't be here right now.
Yep. Yeah, my wife may have said something. My current wife may have said something similar.
Yes.
So,
And they're lying. Camo makes the chicks hot.
is that what they say?
Camo just makes the chicks hot. That's just all there is to it.
It's true. That's
They take one look at it and they're like, oh,
it's the best dating advice there is.
Yeah,
Wear
there is.
camo.
Wear
And
camo.
I have no comments. You're going to get us in trouble.
Probably. This is, what do you keep pushing over there?
I'm doing stuff. People have to run all this equipment here.
Well,
So we have soundboards. We have switchers. We have a laptop. We got all kinds of stuff here. People have to run this stuff.
there is a young lady I know who would be our producer. She does some editing and stuff right now.
Ah. Yes, there's a
But-
big butt coming. Okay.
But I also told her that we'd be far more inclined to have somebody at one of the local, because there's a couple broadcasting schools around
Sure.
that they could get college credit.
That's
for it.
true.
A, we don't have to pay them. B, they get something
That's
out
true.
of it.
That's true also.
So we have an intern doing it, and that'd be fine. So if you'd like to submit your application
if you'd
for an
like to intern for the Underdog Journey, an unpaid internship for an unpaid podcast,
it's a 10. It's a freaking 10.
it's a.
Wait,
Here
over
we
here.
go.
I'm kind
There-
of
there
half
you
off
go.
the stage here.
I don't know what that's referencing.
I give it a 10. I give it a freaking 10.
Is that? I don't know what that's referencing.
That's I'm not going to. Varsity Blues would be the
Got it.
guest that I had.
Yeah.
I love movie references.
So baseball movies. It's not my thing. I don't get it.
That's a football movie where
yeah.
the teacher's a stripper.
Varsity Blues, you say?
Yes.
Good to know. Okay.
And Google. I want to put that on my Netflix list.
Netflix Varsity Blues. Okay.
Yes. And she comes out and dances to "I'm Hot for Teacher."
Of course she does.
I mean, why wouldn't you not? I mean, it's a terrible cliche, but it's how I'd have written it.
It writes itself.
Oh, exactly.
It writes
yes.
itself. So, an intern. We needed. So I have a producer coming up.
Yeah.
An actual producer. So we're not sitting here pressing all the buttons trying to make stuff work.
Well, it'll be mainly for you because
Especially
I'll
if
be
you're remote.
Because it'll be mainly for you because I'll be.
Well, here's the thing. So when you're gone, I'm not going to come here to the Hopper House and sit up here by myself, looking at a camera like an idiot, and nobody in the house knows what the heck I'm talking about.
Why? Because we come here together. We sit here, we look at a camera, look like an idiot. Look at this. I'm going to wave at these people over there. They don't know who I am.
Well, here's what we got to do. Actually,
Look
it
at
wouldn't be a bad
Look at
idea.
this guy over here. He's got his hand on his chin. I'm going to wave at him.
He's pondering. He's in deep thought.
This guy right here, I love his tie.
Actually, I like that tie.
I do like the tie.
You shouldn't point at people, though. You have a bad habit of pointing at people.
So we're down there,
Yeah.
and I'm
Don't point.
pointing at
Stop
pointing
pointing.
at people because that's what you do, right? You point at people like, hey, look at that right there. Hey, look at him right here.
Look at that guy right
This guy
there.
right here. These people over here.
No, you
have
don't.
no clue. They're
Don't
looking up
point.
right now, and
He
they-
points at people.
He said he wants to fight you. And that's what happens when somebody's like
No,
gets angry.
they've had
with-
way more to drink than I have. That's not
That's
safe.
what you do when you're pointing at somebody and somebody gets angry. You be like, hey, he wanted to fight you.
Don't point, is my point.
Well, you just said don't point.
Actually, I think
Why do you have a point when
I
you tell me
think-
not to point?
I think we were at Walmart, and you were pointing at people. And
All right.
I said, don't point.
When you're at Walmart, how can you not point at people?
People of
I'm just saying.
Walmart.com.
People are strange when you're
a
at Walmart.
stranger. See,
I
they're
don't
already
know
trying
where
to
you're
throw stuff. You're going to get us kicked out of here.
No hablo español, señor. Holy crap.
I told you. It's dangerous.
What do you think this is, Roadhouse? Wait, no.
Patrick Swayze.
No,
Somebody
that's
call Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze. That was actually good aim.
No, I was thinking, what do you think this is, the Blues Brothers? That's a much better movie than Patrick
Pointing at people in the
Swayze's.
city wearing camo brings thoughts to mind. You got a pretty mouth.
Sure do.
That was actually good aim, John. That was great aim.
Stop.
Good aim. So, I don't know where we're going with that.
Next time, invite Matt.
Matthew
I got to tell you,
Harmon,
I don't know that hashtag is going to catch on.
Yeah, the hashtag's not going to catch on, Matt. Also, how old is that profile picture of you? How old is that profile picture of you?
That was 2000.
That's 2000?
1987.
Yeah, that's more of an 80s profile picture.
1980s. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Alex, what is 1984?
Yeah, exactly.
That was a couple references in one right there.
Now, see where you started. Our live studio audience is already throwing stuff into the tables.
Hey, all right.
We're going to get in trouble here
You
at the
just
Hopper
pointed
House.
at him. You literally just pointed at him. Look at that.
But you don't point. That's my point. Especially when you're in an area where people might have concealed weapons.
There's in West
You don't
Virginia.
point.
Those are my peeps. They're fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they
you
know
sure?
me. Everybody knows me.
You didn't own
So-
any camo
so-
before
No, I have a pair of
Yesterday.
I have a pair of cargo shorts that are camouflage. I was wearing them yesterday
That's his camo. That's your camo
outside
collection.
and
I
mowing
get
my
it.
grass. 2 days ago, we're outside
Okay.
mowing my grass.
It's your camo collection.
So clearly,
I get it.
I'm an outdoorsman.
Clearly.
So on that note, what really grinds my gears is Dick's Sporting Goods, no longer a sporting goods store.
No, they don't carry fishing supplies anymore.
What was? Oh, they don't carry a lot more than that. What was the other place we went to?
REI.
REI. I don't even know what it is. Recreation
So it's supposed to be like an
Entitled
outdoor store,
idiots.
but it's let's not call names.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what the REI stands for. But anyway,
But-
we go in there and we open the doors, and what are the doors made of?
they have like the ice climbing picks, hand picks.
Yeah, like the little guy from the Rudolph movie.
I don't know but I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and he's like, looking for silver
But
and
you go in
gold.
there, and so we walk in. Hey, do you have any fishing supplies? Nope. You got any camo? Nope.
What do you carry?
It's just Tiva sandals.
If you want to,
apparently.
yeah.
That's all they carry.
Dave, don't invite, don't.
Don't call names. I didn't call them idiots. Look, non-idiots wear Tiva sandals. I might have a pair myself.
I plead the fifth.
I wear them. They're my kombucha drinking sandals. is what they are.
But they don't need to, they belong in a kombucha store, not an outdoor store. You walk in, what can you buy there? You can buy the walking sticks that you don't really need.
Yeah, come on, look. I walk a lot. I love to hike.
I call him all the time. He's like, David, I'm out on a hike with my daughter.
With my walking sticks. I have 2, one for each hand.
And 1, and 2, and a 1.
And I got spares in my back.
2, and a 1, and a 2. I got going there. I lost track. I was so psyched in the moment. Oh, 1, and a 2. And
Counting to 2 is a very big accomplishment this time of day. So Philip Black says, David, your mom is putting together a fishing tournament for women. Are you 2 in?
Oh!
But I'm bum. Philip Black. Philip, that's come on, Philip. By the way,
that's offensive, but hilarious.
That is funny, by the way. I do blame you, Philip Black, for messing up my sinker that you claimed to be fixing. That kept tangling up in my line all day.
All day long.
Don't blame the way that I cast. I blame you.
I think he did the best he could for what we did.
That is very
He was
true.
just basically took one look at us and said, "Oh, they're screwed."
I better help him. Let me
go over and help. But I honestly think my mom was instrumental in him coming over and helping.
She forced him. She's
like,
Philip,
now Philip,
go help those boys now.
Wait a minute, I gotta get my mom voice. Now Philip, look at here, boy. You're gonna go over there and you're gonna help them boys out. And don't talk back to me. This is what you're gonna do.
Your mom sounds like an extra from the Dukes of Hazzard from the 1970s. Is what you're trying to say.
Well, my mom just said, yes, I did, so.
Mom, you don't sound like that. Hey, by the way, you need to drop David your photos and videos that you took from that day so we can put them together.
Now, West, I'll drop them when I want to, and I get there, and when I get to it, and I'll do it.
Is that what your mom sounds like?
Just like that.
Laura Lyons Black, you're a lucky lady to have a son like David Leffingwell.
Oh, indeed. Indubitably good man. Really, I thought about just giving up on the life safety career that I've been in and just being a voiceover in movies.
You're basically that guy from Police Academy.
Yeah, not quite that good.
Or you're like a
when I do a siren, I'm like, woo!
Right. You're like the poor man's Jeff Dunham.
I thought Jeff Dunham was the poor man's Jeff Dunham.
Exactly. That's my point.
Lord, forgive me.
Sorry, Mom. I had to say it.
What kind of time frame are we on right now? I have no idea.
We're well over an hour. We're an hour and 9 minutes.
Hour and 9 minutes. That's not bad. That's an hour on the show.
Yeah.
10-minute countdown, so we're good. You guys want us to wrap it up, or we need to keep going?
Yeah, let's call it a day. We've been going for a while. So everybody, we're going to post a link to Easterseals. If you want to donate, buy a raffle ticket for their wine raffle. And they apparently have some relaxation packages.
Raffle. I love myself a good wine raffle.
There's that Jeff Dunham voice again. You need a puppet.
Donham.com.
Is that it?
Yeah, well, it's a Peanut joke, but
I don't get
it.
And
if you don't, then you have not watched it. If you don't know who Peanut is, you have not watched enough Jeff Dunham.
It's been. Is he the purple guy?
Yes, that's the purple guy.
Got it. It's been a while. I'm not really a Jeff Dunham. Who?
Are you kidding me? Jeff Dunham is hilarious.
Is he though?
Yeah, yes,
is he though?
The answer to that question is yes. It's not multiple choice. There's only one. Yes.
I'm still questioning.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Is he Jeff Dunham?
I just said Jeff Dunham was the poor man's Jeff Dunham, and that's freaking hilarious in of itself.
That was funny. That was fun. You're funnier than Jeff Dunham. You actually are funnier than Jeff Dunham.
Well, I get my own Christmas special this year. Wait, the David Leffingwell Underdog Journey with Wes Carnahan. Wes sits on my lap, and I act like I'm doing the puppet thing.
I had a comment. I'm not going to make that comment. This is a family show.
We're not doing that.
No.
That has just been scrapped.
Well, Shannon Black is checking out already. He says, great stuff, guys. We'll see you next week. Shannon Black, I think you have the right idea. So,
all right, we're going to talk about, we got a small business thing we want to talk about.
Let's save that for next week. Let's save that.
No.
Okay, we'll bring it up.
Hey, good voiceover, Jeff Dunham. Okay. So we want to talk about months ago, and I don't even remember when it was.
It's been a while.
We actually launched the, are they able to see the thing?
Well, not yet. Hang on. Go ahead and talk about it.
All right. So we had launched a thing on the website that it's behind an email wall, so you got to put your email into it it's the reason for that again is so that we can show in the future how you can extract data and metrics from your website and how to use it. But this one specifically was for a toolbox, a marketing toolbox. Now, this is a marketing toolbox, primarily not a sales toolbox, which is something we may look at in the relatively near future. But this one specifically is a marketing toolbox. It has in the social media calendar, which we use, the content, post ideas, Facebook marketing resource list, I think is in there. And then one I know that you guys have heard us talk about a ton of times is the avatar. How to bid the avatar. I can't tell you, I deal with a lot of people. I'm dealing with a lot of businesses now, and I bring up avatars with them, and their mind glosses over. I'm like, look here, if you don't know how to sell to your ideal customer, I'm not saying you're fringe this or fringe that or over this. I'm saying, well, right here, your money maker, your area. If you don't know how to sell to them, that's a problem.
Well, if you don't have a good customer avatar,
yes,
you're missing out on some big opportunities. And I'll tell you why. Whenever you're talking, so whether you just have a social media channel, whether you actually have a business that you want to market online, you don't talk to your customers all the same way, you don't talk to them as if they're customers, right?
Yes.
You want to talk to them like they're a person.
Yes.
You want to talk to them like, oh, hey, John, have you heard about this? Because, here's a great example.
Example number 1, upcoming.
And this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but it applies to most people. Do you talk to your grandmother the same way you talk to your buddy you're drinking beer with? Now, I have a feeling you would talk to those two same people the exact same way.
It depends.
Most people wouldn't.
It depends. One grandmother I had, no. The other, absolutely.
Right. So.
But that's who she was. So it was based on the individual, not just the title.
So the point of a customer avatar, a customer profile is identifying who your customer is, everything about them, down to their name, their hobbies, how many kids they have, their demographics, and
wait, I got to say it, and their psychographics.
I love psychographics. So that way, when you're talking to them, you're not just talking to a group of people. You're talking to Suzanne, the mother of 3.
The local bartender with red hair and
a heart of gold.
Bright ambitions.
Right, exactly. So that's just one of the things we have in the digital marketing toolkit. So
and a really big heart.
So I actually posted a link to this in the comments. But in that link, what you can do is it'll take you to this page here, the Underdog Journey digital marketing toolkit.
I want to play with a puppy.
That is a really cute puppy. That is not my puppy. That is a cute puppy.
Nice.
But what you have here, you have your social media calendar. Now, this calendar is a social media calendar that I actually made and use for clients.
Yes.
And I'm every new client that I get, I actually create a copy of this and I customize it specifically for them because you can use this for all of your social media channels in perpetuity. It's a great calendar. When you use this, I promise you will thank me. The second thing is people are always coming to me saying, what should I post? I can't think of something to post. It's what can I look. Here's some ideas. 35
amazing ideas that you could post on Facebook
and
today.
Here's the thing. Each one of these ideas, if you just thought about it for a minute, you could have 50 different versions of each one of these 35. And then guess what? On top of that, you can repost these. It's recommended that every 6 months you repost.
And you could put that in your
the bank.
Social media calendar. Come on, man. It was a callback.
Well, and you absolutely should put it in your social media calendar.
Yeah, so you can actually post in there that, hey, I posted on this day, 6 months later, I want to throw that back out.
Right, and that's the best thing about the social media calendar is when you actually log in, it has your whole year laid out. So that way you can actually tell yourself, send reminders to yourself of when you need to repost something that you already had on there. So it's a great thing to use these together. The third thing on here is the Facebook marketing resources. So
I'm sorry. I've been on a different page for a while, so I just clicked back over to our primary, to our page, so I get to view.
Yeah.
And us sitting here in camouflage just cracked me up. Oh, we lost.
Oh boy, we lost that competition badge. Shannon Black. It could have been worse. That's all I got to say.
It could have been much worse. I mean, there was a lot of people out there, a lot of people fishing. It was a great time.
It was fun.
So yeah. All right, so Facebook Facebook marketing research.
There you go, Facebook marketing resources. So a lot of people don't. So one of the best tools, one of the easiest tools for marketing is Facebook marketing. Now we're going to do a show very soon on what iOS 14, the implications of iOS 14's update have on marketing on Facebook. That's a different show altogether. But as of right now, the majority of people, this will still apply to almost everyone. Facebook marketing resources. This gives you in detail how to run Facebook ads, how to properly run Facebook ads, how to run segments on those audiences, and how to do it correctly. Follow these tips exactly, and I promise you, your Facebook ads will work like a charm.
Follow these tips and tricks, and you too could be a millionaire.
No,
Just like us.
All these things we're posting, in most cases, people will sell these resources. They'll actually charge you for these resources.
Yes.
We're giving them for free because look, these are good. This is good advice here.
And that's one of the things about our channel that has been since day one is we have been adamant about we're trying to show you. Both of us have careers. Both of us have what we do.
Yep.
And this podcast came out of us closing down of more than a few bars, talking about this stuff, and we're like, you know what, we should do a podcast on this. So it's not about us trying to leverage and monetize what we're doing. It's about teaching you how to monetize and leverage what you are doing.
Right. There's no need to pay an agency or to pay for a mastermind or to pay for a course to do this stuff.
Yeah.
We're giving you all the tools right here. So the fourth thing we have in here is your customer avatar template. So this is actually a link to a free customer avatar builder. And this will tell you everything from the customer. You should choose a photo for your customer.
Yes.
You should choose a name, how many children, their hobby, their day job.
The more data you can get into it, of who you're not, well, I also want to reach this group over here, and I also build a whole nother avatar for that group. Because guess what? The cells that you're going to sell to Sally are not going to be the same as you sell to Karen.
Yeah.
We all know the Karen and the Karen name, the moniker that goes with it. You don't sell the same.
In fact, this podcast actually brings clients in, and one of our people we've been working with has a wholesale business and a retail business, a B2C and a B2B, and each one of those has different avatars because even though it's physically, chemically the same product, it's a different essential product
and what gets me is
each
his
business model.
The company that he used a marketing agency beforehand,
they screwed him.
And none of this stuff was brought up with him. They tried to use a single path channel to market to everybody.
Well,
we want something that everybody loves.
Well, they marketed to themselves.
Yes.
And they were not the target market for his product.
Exactly. And the product is amazing. We're not going to get into names here right now.
Yeah,
because,
that's right.
We're very adamant on not sponsoring stuff.
Well,
if we find a product we love, so actually we could because we love this product beforehand. But if we find something we like, we'll tell you guys about it. But it's not a sponsorship.
Well, yeah, and we may talk about specific products later. That's a different show altogether. But in this case, look, marketers in some cases, if they're not telling you all of this information up front, what they're doing and the type of avatars they're building, things like that, tactics they're using.
Well, I mean, not just tell you who your avatar is. They need to be interacting with you to discover who your avatar is.
Right. So if they're not actually working with you on all these things, the calendar, the post ideas, the Facebook marketing, the customer avatar, they are not a good agency, and they're not the agency for you because either one, they're ripping you off, or two, they're not doing a good job because they're not good at what they do. Look, I hate to draw hard lines in the sand, but sometimes people are just really bad at what they do. That agency was terrible. And they lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of money working.
Yeah.
And the final thing on here that a lot of people ask us about is podcasting. Because
I don't know anything at all about podcasting.
Everybody should start a podcast.
Yes.
And this right here is bonus content around how to create a podcast, the roadmap you need to just to get started. Even if you're just picking up your phone, logging into an app called Anchor, and just letting it rip.
Yep.
Or doing something complicated like this with soundboards and cameras and lights and all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
This is the roadmap that you need. So at least log on here, check out these different documents we have, because I promise you, these will help you in your business. Regardless of what your business is, these will help you.
All right, so I've got some hash browns I want to throw out there.
All right.
So we got the hash brown.
Now that we're getting technical.
We got hash brown NCM Motorsports Park. Actually, no, we need to do, I want to go backwards in time. So hash brown Buddy's Pay Leg. Thanks for letting us host the Underdog Journey versus
Yes, Buddy's Pay Lake, thank you so much. For anybody interested, look on Facebook. They have a great Facebook page.
Yeah.
Just look for Buddy's Pay Lake.
It's in Lawrence County, Chesapeake, Ohio, I think.
Look for it on
literally my
Facebook.
high school was right over there.
It was. We passed right by your high
Yeah,
school.
I was
That's
like,
funny.
hey, that was my high school right there. And we drove through the parking lot of the high school later. Turns out it was prom night. So
It was prom night.
two random dudes driving through an F-150, probably not the smartest thing I've ever done in my life.
Well, at least we weren't
and he
wearing
was
camo.
over there. He was over there the whole time going, Dave, you were going to get us arrested.
You know, actually, I do say that a lot to you.
You do, actually.
I do say that a lot
But,
to you.
hash brown to Buddy's Pay Lake. Hash brown to Easterseals.
Hash brown.
Yeah, I love that. I'm so old, I don't do the hashtags. The hash brown, and I heard it on
I think you mean Octothrope.
Octothrope. But actually, I heard it on Cobra Kai, and I said that is the coolest thing ever. I'm taking that.
It's actually a good show.
And I'm going to use. Yeah, I actually.
It's
love
actually
the
a good show.
Yeah. So hash brown to the Easterseals for doing all the stuff that you guys do in the
Yes.
community. Hash brown to the Real Life Outdoors with Shannon Black.
Go to YouTube, check out Real Life Outdoors, Shannon Black. That's actually a very, despite his lack of fishing skills, it's actually a really entertaining show. And
Yes.
Shannon, between the work Shannon's team put in and Glenn Chapman from Buddy's Pay Lake, the effort put in by these guys was remarkable.
Was off the charts. I mean,
so
they
good.
did phenomenal.
They did so much work.
So yeah, there was that, and there was then we got hash brown, NCM Motorsports Park and Taylor.
Yes, and we're going back. We will be back there
Yes, we will
because you need to buy a new Corvette.
Actually, there's one up for sale up the road for me, but I'm trying to buy a house right now, and I don't think the bank would appreciate me just going and
House. You can
and
live
just
in the car. People do
dropping
it all the time.
cash on a Corvette. I'm gonna wait until after I buy the house, and if I have cash left over, I might just buy a Corvette. I don't know. But so hash browns to them, and thanks for letting us cast from down there. Hash browns to the Good River. That was
Kevin
Lopes.
at Good River.
Yep, Kevin Lopes at thegoodriver.com. And
Seek Good River.
Seek Good River. Seek Good
And
River.
his T-shirts, we should have had T-shirt and
Yeah.
cap from him.
Yeah.
We will get those. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have him on again. We're gonna give away some of his T-shirts and caps.
That
'Cause
sounds
he
like
has really cool
That
designs.
sounds like a good thing. We tried to do giveaways last year, and nobody ever sent us any data to actually send them their prizes. So actually, they're probably boxed up somewhere because I don't even have that job, and that's where they set was there.
Yeah.
With people's names on them, but nobody ever sent any data to us.
Right. So we don't
to
know-
mail out.
We never gave the stuff
the
away.
stuff, so it just sat there. Hash browns to the Crafty Pint, who actually I don't even know if they're around anymore.
I
Now,
think the
this
Crafty
is
Pint closed.
actually an interesting thing because they're gone now. We can actually say this. We tried to give advice.
You can't help. You can lead a horse to water.
Yes.
You can't
Some
make 'em
people
drink.
want to do it on their own steam in their own ways.
And I get
and
that.
understand
I get that.
I get it. Which is why we weren't like, well, if you don't do this, you're going to go. And we just sit back and do a thing. But hopefully that'll get all sorted out and they'll get that place back up and running.
Yeah.
Because I want the wings again. And then we got people over here doing stuff.
We're getting shout outs over there.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
At least they're
he's
not
got a
throwing
dollar bill.
friends.
I think he's trying to give us a tip. I don't know.
I'll do a
Oh,
tip.
is that a tip?
We taking tips now?
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Who else we got a hash brown? We got
That's a
hash
lot.
brown the Hofbrauhaus.
Hofbrauhaus.
Hash brown the Hofbrauhaus for allowing us to podcast
Honestly,
down here.
come to the Hofbrauhaus in Columbus.
Yeah.
Tell them the Underdog Journey sent you, and you won't get anything.
You won't get anything for free.
But-
You won't get any discounts, but you'll get stuff thrown at you.
You will get things thrown at you by
which
the rowdy
just
audience.
literally just happened there.
Yeah, him.
It's-
Yeah, that kid has that aim like that.
No more. That was it. That's enough for me. They'll stop. See, he did.
It's all business.
See it?
It's all business.
I mess with him all the time.
All business up in here.
So yeah, hash browns to the Hofbrauhaus. Don't get the hash browns. Get the potato pancake.
Ooh, way better than hash browns.
Way better than
Man,
hash browns.
I love it. The food here is great.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. You don't have to like German food to like this food.
Exactly. Exactly.
They have a salmon here called Dunkel Bourbon Salmon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bourbon blended down with the Dunkel beer that they have.
yeah.
And I say the Dunkel Bourbon Salmon because I used to eat the Dunkel Bourbon Chicken more, and that didn't go well.
Yeah.
So the Dunkel Bourbon Salmon, far healthier for you. I'm not going to say it is healthy. I'm just saying healthier
It's pretty
for you.
salmon. Salmon's
It's
healthy.
salmon, but it's coated in this delicious
sauce.
Oh my Lord!
Oh, and Rob Miller
make you
joins
want
us
to
tonight.
slap the queen. I'm telling you.
Slap the queen. So Rob Miller says, when is David's going away party?
Okay.
At Mix.
At Mix.
So first of all, we already had David's main going away party. You were there, Rob.
Was here, yes.
Which was here at the Hofbräu House. The next going away party at Mick's house, that's up to Mick.
That'll have to be, to be honest,
that might be a private party. That might be a private party.
Yeah, that'll be a very, very, very private, invite-only, very small group of people.
Should we live stream
it? We should probably ask Mick first.
Yeah, Rob, you might want to ask Mick about that.
Yes. And then we'll go on from there. But do we have any more hash browns to give out?
That's all the hash browns.
Are you sure?
I'm not allowed to say hash. I do this professionally.
No, hash brown. The dude was live on LinkedIn the other day, and I was watching some of it. He was our first hash brown.
Oh, Zach Scriven?
Zach Scriven.
Yeah,
Zach Scriven.
You watch him on
He was on LinkedIn.
He's always doing LinkedIn Live.
Yeah, it was the first time it ever popped up and said, "Hey, Zach Scriven's live," and I'm like, "Well, let me go look at this."
He's always live. He does a lot on there. He's got a good audience.
Good. So yeah, the hash browns, the Zach Scriven was our first guest.
Yeah. Well, we can't. We gotta save some of these hashtags, because I do this for a living.
Hash browns.
You might want to save some of these till our number 52 show. Today is number 44. We're counting down number 52. Our 1 year show. We got to do something big. I don't know what we're doing. We're going to do something big.
How many shows is that left? If I've got 44 and we got to get to 52, how many hash browns is between 44 and 52?
Well, ask our audience now.
We're pulling villains. Wait a minute. We got to do the fake computer thing when they call into the bank.
Or the Jeopardy. See?
$1, Bob.
That's about all we're worth at this point.
And that's about it right
we've been
there.
going for a while. On behalf of the Underdog Journey, thank you again to the Easterseals of Central and Southeast Ohio. Man, it was a fun event.
Buddy's Pay League.
And next week, we will be coming to you live on Wednesday? Next week?
Yes, actually.
He's traveling a lot.
But I will be remote. I will be.
Oh, you will be remote next week.
I will be in Boston next week.
Boston?
Boston.
Boston.
Boston, for those of you in Rio Linda.
I was going to say, where's Boston? What is
Boston? I'm going to be in Boston looking for my khakis. No. So I'll be in Boston next week. I got a lot of business to take care of out there, but I have cleared Wednesday evening.
Okay.
So that we can have our podcast on our regular night, on our regular time.
Yes.
Same bat channel, same bat time.
So, next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube, and we will be actually talking about business that day. So,
and this isn't a big if,
it'll be a fun show. We got some
if they
good
let
stuff
me,
planned.
I will be doing it. This is not a guarantee.
If they let you?
If they let me.
Who is they?
I will be doing this cast from the Green Dragon.
No! You can't go to the Green Dragon without me.
I gotta go. I gotta start negotiating the deal.
Come on. So we're trying to negotiate going to the Green Dragon in
November.
November?
In November, because that would be the anniversary of the Boston Tea Party is in November.
Yeah.
So that's what we're shooting for, is to get a time there.
Dragon.
The Green Dragon. Now, their beer is delicious. I've had the Green Dragon's house beer, and it is phenomenal. I love it.
I want their Green Dragon bar tap handle.
I do too.
I don't know what they charge for it, but I want that bar tap.
I want it. I'll ask them about it. Like, all right, how do I get one of these beer pools? I want that beer pool, and we'll see what happens. But I'll ask them, because I'm going out. I fly out Monday. I don't have any meetings Monday per se, but I'm going to run on into town, into Boston proper. I'm going to go to the Green Dragon. I'm going to talk to them then, let them know about Wednesday, ask them to let them know, see if they'll let me do a podcast from there.
Yeah.
I'll just bring one light and my normal setup.
Yeah.
And tell them, it don't take much, but let them know the story, and then
we'll get
also
your ring light, sit right in front of your,
request them. I've already bought the big lights.
You do have the big lights.
Yeah,
okay.
I've got the big lights.
You're all set.
And see if they'll let us do Wednesday night A, and then B, if we can come back in November and do a tribute night to the Boston Tea Party from the Green Dragon.
That's going to be amazing.
So that's what we're going for. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't leave you with any more advice than this. And this is what I'll actually sign off. Well, not sign off, but that's what I'll stop talking on. Well, unless he gives me 3 seconds and I'm right back into the game. You don't get. If you don't ask, you don't get.
That's true.
If you're afraid to ask, you're afraid to succeed. If you're afraid to ask because you're afraid to fail, you are also afraid to ask because you are afraid to succeed.
That's true.
I do not pull punches. If you give me the email address to Bill Gates, I'm emailing Bill Gates.
I may have seen you email Jeff Bezos from time to time.
Yes, I have emailed. I have sent emails. You know what? They might
Yeah.
not be the real email address. Doesn't matter. I'm still sending it on.
And by the way, everybody, he's the one who got us involved in the fishing competition because he takes the initiative. Also, he's the reason why you can't see it on the camera, but we are sitting on the stage at the Hopper House.
Yes. Yeah,
And
you
we
guys
do this
don't.
every week.
Yeah, now sometimes you guys get to see because we bring a camera in here, we show it around. But we're on the stage up here. Why are we on the stage? Because we asked. Because we took the initiative. We fired forward.
You don't ask, you don't get.
When was the best time to plant a tree?
30 years ago.
When was the second best time?
Right now.
And good night to all of you.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, Mom. See ya.